Hello, everybody. Welcome to inventory part 10. This is our lower of cost or market example. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one right over here. So as I look at this over here, we've got YYZ at the following inventory items as of December 31st, 2023. So we've got a little bit of a tribute to our friend SpongeBob. We've got seaweed, stars, crabs, pants, squids, and cheeks. Okay, so here are our units, our cost per unit, and our market value per unit. Now, I'm doing this on an individual item basis. So the first question I'm going to ask is the cost per unit greater than the market value? I will say the cost per unit less than the market value per unit. Okay. If the cost per unit is less than the market value, then there's going to be no adjustment. So if yes, no adjustment. If no, an adjustment. Okay. So right over here, we got over here. So is the $11 greater? Is the cost of 10 less than the market value? The answer is yes. It's already being shown at the lower of cost or market. So a no adjustment. Okay, so over here, stars. Cost per unit is 15, market is 14. So I'm going to need an adjustment. Here, crabs. Cost is 20, market is 9.50. I will need an adjustment because my cost is greater than market. Pants, cost per unit is 8, market is 11. I'm going to need an adjustment. Over here, cost of 9 is less than the market value, so we're good to go. There's no adjustment needed. Remember, we have to make sure that inventory is being shown at the lower of cost or market. Cheeks, my cost is 18, market value is 5, so I'm going to need an adjustment. Okay, now for those items here that need adjustment, I'm going to do an adjustment per unit. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take the cost per unit minus the market value per unit. Okay, so this is not applicable. So over here, if it does not require an adjustment, it is not applicable. But over here for stars, this is going to be $1 per unit adjustment, taking my cost minus the market value per unit. For crabs, cost minus the market value. For pants, $2, 8 minus 6. And then for cheeks, it's going to be 13. So this is my adjustment per unit. Now, I need to figure out the dollar amount of the adjustment. I need to take the number of units and multiply it by the adjustment per unit. So over here, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to say, okay, this is also not applicable. And this one here is not applicable because these are already being shown at the lower of cost or market. So for here, for stars, I'm going to take 2,000 times 1. Over here, I'm going to take 1050 and multiply that by 4,000. Over here, I'm going to take 5,000 times 2, or 10,000. Okay, and then over here, I'm going to take, and let me actually just make one little adjustment here. There we go. Okay. And then over here for cheeks, I'm going to take 13 times 8,000. Okay. So I've gone through over here. And again, where did I get the adjustment per unit? Look at the top formula. AA minus BB equals CC. So right over here, what I'm now going to do is I'm going to total up over here all of the items I need adjustments for, and this totals up to $158,000. Now, the reason why I changed that just now to be secret like a sneaky squirrel, as shown in the game, is that if my cost of goods sold was 500 grand, I'd have a problem because that amount would be materially significant. But since I changed it to be 5 million, 158,000 divided by 5 million, this is roughly going to be about 3%. So it's not materially significant. So if it's not materially significant at 12/31/23 at the year end, I'm going to debit cost of goods sold. I'm going to credit inventory. I could also credit the allowance to reduce inventory to market. So this is to record inventory at the lower of cost or market. Depending upon your accounting instructor, they may have you do this differently, right? They might be the allowance to reduce inventory to market. That's one of the things we could be going through and doing here. But again, this is the way that I generally do it for my introductory accounting students. But this is an example of the lower of cost or market. So I want to thank you for joining me here today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Really appreciate your subscribing to the videos. I'm meeting with Becker next week, and hopefully we'll have some good treats in store for everyone. Look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day.